History just make. Watch that style, yeah. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Shane, and today Canada made history. Canada is now the first team into the round of 16. Let's take a look. We're going to begin by looking at some stats. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, so in attacking, we can see that the game was relatively even in terms of possession, with South Africa having 50% while Canada having 42%. It was 8% difference in terms of contest between the two of them. Canada had 12 attempts on goal. 7 were on target, 9 inside the penalty area and 3 outside the penalty area. While South Africa had 6, 1 on target, 1 inside the penalty and 5 outside the penalty area. So this shows that even though Canada had this less of the possession, they were trying to make more attempts to score a goal, of course. Now Canada did 402 passes, completed 315 of those, 14 crosses and 5 of the crosses being completed, while South Africa had 560 passes, 472 of those being completed, 3 crosses and 2 completed. Now with those stats, one would have expected that South Africa would have won, but like I always say, possession doesn't win games. It's the goals that matter in the end. And really and truly, I did not expect South Africa to reach here, especially after their opening match against Mexico with the 2 red cards that they got. This is a surprise to me. I expected Mexico and South Korea to come out of that group. But like I always said, the ball is round, and this is how the game is played. We just don't know. But congrats to South Africa for reaching the round of 32 after a terrible start to the World Cup. Big up on itself. Let's discuss the first half. The match honestly felt like a basketball match, going back and forth. Both teams running from one end to the next, and neither of them could have finished. It felt very, I don't know what's the word, lost in a sense of purpose for trying to finish. There were several passes that were misplayed. There were several opportunities that could have been capitalized on, and if they were done, a winner would have happened early in the match. We could have seen that. Big up to South Africa for their defense, because Canada almost whipped them like a couple times. Well, there was one run that was made, I remember. It stood out in my head because the whole fastest defender had to go back, and he kicked out the ball with the heel of his foot. I saw you defend, and he made the effort to reach there. Another opportunity happened where the goalkeeper came out, I think his name is Williams, and he got the ball. Then another player came and tried again, and the defender cleared that. Another one's from a corner, I believe, where they shuffled on the back in the 18-yard box. In the 18-yard box. Another opportunity came from a corner where they shuffled in the box, and the defender had to make a save and the goalkeeper had to make a save. So South Africa was making the effort in terms of preventing from conceding a goal, but neither of them couldn't finish. They couldn't finish. So I saw this running all the way to the end. Now, Alphonso Davies came on in the second half, in the last 15 minutes of the match, and he was an instant impact. The team felt more structured. Canada felt more structured. Their passes felt more intentional, even though there were still some misplays, but it was happening less. And a lot of the attack was coming from the left side where Davies is. So you could see that he was an influence. He was very influential in the team. Big up Eustaquio for the goal. He saw the play coming back out, the ball be trying to be cleared, and him just capitalizing from outside of the box. And big up yourself, youth, for kicking the ball outside the damn box. Because my goodness, man, people keep trying to go into, just kick the ball from out of the box, man. I'm sure the amount of time I said this in so many other videos, then. Very good job, sir. Very, very good job. Proud of you. So, Canada, big up on yourself. You guys are the first team to make it into the round of 16. You're playing either the Netherlands, that was a tongue twister, or the Moroccans. Both are tough opponents. So my advice, take in the win, relax, reset, rest, work on the finishing. If Jonathan David is the guy who's finishing, we have a problem. But this is why you have a team, because you have other players who can pick up the slack. And the Dutch cannot run you guys. The Moroccans cannot run you guys. You have a man called Ashraf Hakimi, who runs from one box to the next. You have a man named Ismail Saibari, who knows how to finish. If you don't get them, you have a man called Somerville. You have one named Gakpo. You have one named Brian Brobby. You have one named Denzel Dumfries. And a couple of the other Dutch players them. Congratulations again to Canada. Big up on yourself. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Leave a like. Comment down below. You think Canada can go all the way? Do you really think they can? Let me know down below in the comment section, guys. I think they may get knocked out in around a 16, but like I said, I didn't expect South Africa to reach here, but here they were. So yeah, until next time, guys, take care of yourself.